Hey, good morning. I am up in Lake Oswego today. I will be down to see y'all this week. Check this out. Rates are looking pretty good. The CPI inflation report came out last week, showing a slight downturn in inflation, even though it was that big spending month of December. So, good news. There's another inflation report that comes out next week, and then the Federal Reserve will announce whether and how much they hike on February 1st. Right now, the 30-year fixed with one discount point paid by the buyer or seller, about 575 at this moment. FHA is down to five and a quarter. We're getting to a place where the government loans are having better rates than the conforming loans, which is kind of where we should be. The VA about 5.125%, again with one discount point, and that USDA about 5.5. The bottom line there, the jumbo, not beautiful, about six and a quarter, but remember VA high balance loans, we can go to about 1.5 million. That's down at five and a quarter. And if you do think about a jumbo where you can go VA, you could do a VA streamlined refinance with no appraisal, no income proof, no funding fee, and that can be really good when you think about having to do two loans within a several year period, the one to buy now when the market's low, and then the one to get your forever interest rate. I want to touch on something here. This is the actual letter that my people received from Wells Fargo as they exited correspondent lending and most of retail lending. Retail lending being when you walk into a Wells Fargo branch or you deal with a Wells Fargo loan officer, when your pre-approval says Wells Fargo on it. They're kind of waning, they're kind of slowing that down. They're actually trying to fire people instead of lay them off. That's what we're hearing. So it's kind of ugly over there. I'm not happy about this. Wells was the biggest player ever in what we call the correspondent or wholesale game. That is when a lender like me closes a loan, and then after it closes, we sell it to Wells to be serviced. So we service some of our loans. We're a correspondent with other ones. The big potential issue with this is if you have a pre-approval that says ABC Mortgage Company on it, especially if it's for a jumbo, ABC is not going to retain that loan. It may be going to Wells Fargo to be serviced, or maybe that was the plan. And on jumbo loans, every servicer has different rules. So it could be the only way the buyer could qualify was with those Wells Fargo guidelines or the Wells Fargo's rates on that jumbo. That's why I sent the email out last week to inspect your pre-approvals and your offers on contracts to see, okay, was this loan destined to go to Wells Fargo post-closing because it's no longer going to be. They are shutting down correspondent lending or their wholesale business completely, and they are slowly going to leave the origination space, except for high wealth customers. They want those deposit accounts making money, and for underserved or minority communities, because in my opinion, they just got hit with $1 billion fine for deceptive practices in those communities. So big upcoming things. The PCE report on my calendar behind me, the next Fed meeting February 1st, and I will see y'all soon. Thank you so much. Have a good day.